Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited is rallying support for the federal government to achieve its target of 2.5 million barrels of daily crude oil production in the new year. Now, the company's general manager and community relations consultant, Akpos Meze, engaged traditional rulers and youth leaders from 4 oil-producing states at separate venues in Port Harcourt and Yenagoa. Oveteme George reports.
In December last year, host communities pledged total support to sustain zero infraction on the Trans-Niger pipeline under the purview of Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited. Few weeks into the new year, stakeholders from Abia, Imo and River states converge on Port Harcourt for the first stakeholders meeting. The management of PINL announces its roadmap for 2026.
For us to achieve that target of 2.5 million barrel per day production, there's need for us to ensure that community conflicts are resolved. We also intend to expand women and youth empowerment programs, deepening community intelligence and participation, strengthening collaboration with NNPCL, Office of the National Security Advisor, and other security agencies.
Pipeline Infrastructure Limited is not behaving like some of the multinational companies we know around. They are not dividing our people. I have watched the Pipeline Infrastructure Limited, especially in my own domain. There will not be any such. And I think I want to give them kudos for that.
Pipeline infrastructure has done us proud. And when someone has performed credibly, it is only fair that more responsibility be given to them. And so they have eaten so deep into the Niger Delta from across all the communities and their stakeholders' engagement pattern. It is well received. And we want to commend them for that.
Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited stakeholders meeting for January moves to Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.
Royal Highnesses,
reviewing the indices and strategies for zero infractions in the state's axis of the Trans-Niger pipeline in the previous year, traditional rulers and youth leaders pledged total support for the federal government's push for increased oil production.
There is no sabotage, no stealing, no thief. Everything is being manned. And so there is this collaboration between the company, the communities, and every other activities that happens within the infrastructure. When there is bunkering, you cannot have the required percentage. And so with the structure of pipeline infrastructure, if every other security agent will follow the way of pipeline infrastructure, then I can tell you that Nigeria will produce what is required of a daily production.
The federal government's 2.5 billion barrels per day, it is achievable. The oil spills have actually gone down drastically. And that is owing to the work of the Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited. The community engagement by Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited is very robust.
The management of PINL announces that accounts verification will precede disbursements following the successful registration of over 2,000 in its Women Empowerment Program, also assuring that disbursements will also commence after beneficiary accounts verification is concluded. Oveteme George, Arise News.